this fucking thing and we smoked the whole thing before you guys got here.
Perfect.
I always order an extra one because I know you guys are going to be a little time sensitive.
What do you mean?
Late.
Late. Oh. Well, you were late first.
Mm-hmm.
And then you didn't text me back, so.
I know, it's okay. Here, you want it?
No, I'm good right now.
Well, you can light it up at any point, don't you want?
Okay.
These actually got cigarettes. Yo, folks. Welcome to episode, I think it's 006 of Behind the Bar. We got another edition of Stool Stories here. And I'm joined by Anahys, aka Anahys Fitness. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Is it Anahys.fitness?
Anahys.fitness.
Anahys.fitness.
It's my last name.
With my great friend Anahys. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're fresh off of a happy hour, so.
Yes, I'm fresh off happy hour.
Yeah,
very full and tipsy.
Yeah, you got that happy hour glow going to you.
Thank you.
Looking great, by the way.
Thank you.
But yeah, it is a lovely Thursday evening here in Baltimore. And, you know, no weeks off. We didn't take any, no weeks off. I did travel recently to a wedding. It was really fun. Got to see one of my friends tie the proverbial knot down in Annapolis. So that was fun. What'd you do last weekend? Did you?
What did we do last weekend?
I don't know.
I feel like you know.
I probably should.
We were here Thursday and then we went.
Yeah. Thursday we were here for a little bit. And I honestly didn't do anything. Friday I woke up with the most ungodly hangover. It was ridiculous.
I went to my friend's graduation party and it was a cocktail attire and I had the best time of my life.
Oh, is that what that was? That you guys went to? I was like, what is this event?
Yeah, it was Evan.
Turn it around. You're good.
My bad. It was Evan Tassis's graduation party because he was graduating pharmacy school and law school because he's a smarty.
Whoa.
Well, I don't know which one came first, but he's done both. I think he just graduated pharmacy school. So anyway, it was Evan Tassis, yeah.
So but he's both now? He's a pharmacist and a lawyer?
Yeah, smart AF.
I need to do some more with my life, people.
Yes.
Don't I? It's okay. I'll just stick to talking to people for my whole life and delivering weed. You know?
That works
But
for you.
enough about me. Today, I'd like to talk to you about a lot of things. I want to talk to you about growing up, in the States in an immigrant family. You are Japanese, Armenian, and Romanian.
Correct.
That's a hell of a mix.
Yes.
So, what belongs to who? Your mom is
my
what?
Mom's full Japanese. My dad is half Armenian, half Romanian.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad grew up in America, though, so he's not, like, first generation.
Okay.
My mom grew up in Japan and then came here by herself when she was 16, did, like, study abroad, and then went to college here and met my dad. So her whole family's still over there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Does she go back a lot?
Somewhat. So for her job, she, like, works for a company that also does work in Japan, so she'll go on trips with them.
Okay.
But other than that, not really.
Oh, okay. She's just like, I'm good over here in the States now.
No, it's just really expensive to fly there.
Oh, fact.
Yeah,
okay,
she would
yeah,
love
yeah,
to like
yeah,
go
yeah.
more often and stay there. She obviously misses it a lot, and her brother and mom live there.
So your parents, I'm guessing, met when your mom came here. And
Yeah,
was
in college. Yeah, so she was getting her undergrad. My dad was getting his master's at University of South Florida.
It's weird. Maya's parents met kind of in a similar fashion.
Really?
The story is, and people who've seen the other ones will see this, but the story is Maya's dad and mom had, oh man, I should know this, but my memory's bad, but basically they had been talking long distance or something like that for a long time, and then it was like during college, and the story is like her mom flew to meet her dad for like a long weekend, and then she came back like married. I mean, it's not quite the same. Is it kind of the same thing? So go ahead. Why don't you go ahead?
I could be messing up this story, but I'm pretty sure my mom met my dad, and I don't know how soon it happened. I think kind of soonish, but she got married like without telling her parents, and then was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm married."
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's
like they
renegade
eloped.
Shit right
if
there.
that is that what eloping is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Technically, if you run off and you.
Yeah, I got married without the ceremony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically what they
you
did.
Do it quickly.
Right.
And that, I'm not gonna say there's not a lot of thought to it because there is. I mean, look what came out of it. You guys got a whole big family now.
Yeah. Fucking 5 kids.
But I mean, you just run off and you just do it. That's what a
yeah,
locum is.
I think they both
that's what
like
I call that.
don't care about like the whole thing.
Societal stuff.
Yeah, they're just like they're like
So
piano people.
They meet in college. So
Yeah.
is your mom like super Americanized, would you say?
No.
Not at all.
No, I mean she grew up in Japan like her whole life until she was an adult.
And then your dad is he more Armenian? Like, is he more Americanized or less, or like growing up? Well,
he grew up in Michigan, so he's definitely Americanized. But I would say like he's very like cultural. Like so his first name's Mark, and his granddad's name's Nishan, and he just like didn't like being referred to as Mark. Like he just like felt more connected to his Armenian side versus like being an American. Okay. So once he graduated high school, he just like went by Nishan, and that's what he goes by now. Okay. So like he is like American, yeah. More but like he's like more. He's like really in touch with like his culture. Would you say like, do you speak Japanese or Romanian? Yeah, I would say I definitely identify as Japanese more than Armenian and Romanian, just because I'm mostly Japanese. I also lived there. I don't know if you knew that. No, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, between when I was 5 and 10, I lived there. Okay, so talk to me about. So you spent. I didn't know if I'm learning new stuff. I didn't know what you spent part of. That's why my brain just like had a malfunction just now. Yeah, new information. It's an exciting one. So give me just the background of your family. How many brothers and sisters you have? Where you like what? The history. Where you're from? Yeah. Okay, so my parents, once they got married, they moved to New York, and that's where they had my oldest sister first, and then shortly after my other sister, and then shortly after me, and then shortly after my brother, and then my other brother. No offense, but your parents were fucking. Yeah. I mean, no, it's like sorry. It's way Mr. and Mrs. Agababian. They will never watch this. Did I say Agababian? It right? Yeah. Agababian? Yeah. Look at that. No, it was more of a cute story. So my mom, like, my oldest sister wasn't planned, but then as soon as my mom like held my sister when she was born, she was like, I want 5 kids, because she would like loved it so much. Holy and she like didn't even want a kid to begin with. So it's way cuter than they were just fucking. But anyway. Okay. Yeah. No. It's a lot cute. I mean, everyone knows I'm by now I'm horrible. Yeah. But right. No, that's good. 5. Yes, 5. Do you want not to sidetrack you? But I'm not even confident if I want kids. Like probably, but that's a new trend. I'm just scared of. I don't want to be pregnant. I don't want to have birth. I'm also like, don't want to take care of something. Okay, fine. Go ahead. Let's go back to. We'll get back to that. But go ahead. So she wants 5. But I would be a great mom. So she wants. She holds the first baby. Wants 5 kids. Then, yes. Okay, so has 5 kids. Oh. So we lived in New Jersey. No, yeah, we moved to New Jersey like when she had my oldest sister, but we still went to New York to be birthed. Like, I don't know. She had you guys in the city. Yeah. Anyway, that's like minute detail. Anyway, we lived in New Jersey. And then when I was 5 years old, my parents told me that we're moving to Japan. So we did. We took a big ass flight with my fucking dog and 2 cats. And holy shit. Yeah, we came to America. Excuse me. Yeah, you're fine. So I was 10 at this time. And I was like in ESL, like I had to learn how to like read and write English. Like I was like the foreign girl, which like really has shaped who I am today. Wow. I can't believe you didn't know this. It's like such a big part of me. No, I didn't. That's wild. It explains a lot. I mean, I think it explains a lot, literally. Maybe you've said it to me, but it's just gone in one, me. Yeah. In one ear. But it like sat in you, and I think you feel it. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely do. Wow, pause. I don't even know how to feel. Anyway, so you're here, and then you guys fly, and from 5 to 10, you're in Japan. You and I guess whichever siblings are alive at that point. All of them are alive at that point. Are all in Japan. Your dad, who's Romanian, does he speak Japanese? No, oh my God. So that's a crazy part. He literally had to learn Japanese, which is an impossible language to learn. It's like, I didn't even think about this until I was older, but yeah, he was in a fucking foreign country. My mom and him started a business, so he had to like just learn it. And honestly, he was pretty good. Like everyone could tell he was a foreigner because he had like a slight accent, but like good enough. Like I didn't know that he was. I don't know. Like I thought it was fine. Wow. And then once I was 10, I think the main reason was they wanted us to get an education in this country. At least for high school, because it's like very, very rigid in Japan, and like it was great for like elementary school. I feel like it gave me a good foundation, but like in terms of like high school, it's like you have to like take a test to get into high school. It's just like very like rigid and like I think my mom just didn't want that for us and wanted like an American education, I guess. So we moved here, and yeah, I was in 5th grade.
I mean, I just real quick.
Uh-huh.
Even though they're like stern over there, those kids are smart.
Yeah, that's why I'm smart.
I
am smart.
No, I do think you're really smart.
Thank you.
You're extremely book smart, and I've said this to you many times. I think you're
yes.
like, you're literally one of the most book smart people I've ever known because you do the researching and stuff like that.
Yes.
So you're very smart when it comes to like the, you know, everything in the book.
Yeah, so you're just in a really nice way saying you're fucking street dumb, which is true, and it's fine. It
is fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
At least I have one.
Yeah, there are people that don't have either.
Exactly.
I'm glad to have just a little bit of both.
You know, there's a third smart that I think about, social smart, and I think I have that.
So elaborate. What is social smart?
It's like knowing like social situations, social awareness, like being able to read other people, being able to read a room, knowing how to socialize and like communicate with people, just like being social smart is definitely a thing.
What was your major in college?
Psychology. Kind of makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I was a sociologist. Or, sociology.
Sociology?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's
similar.
Study of societies. Like
societies,
cultures.
people, interactions.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I
Yours
did
is
take
more of the mind.
Mind, yeah.
Right.
I took a couple sociology courses, and I remember hating it. But
that's fine. I mean,
yeah.
most people do.
I just can't even remember what it was about. Like, the world. I don't know.
We'll get back to it.
Anyway, sorry. I keep getting distracted.
We probably won't get back to it.
Oh, we know them or no?
No, I
just,
don't.
Hello.
I just figured I'd wave to him.
Yeah, smart.
So you come back, you move back here. I think you showed a picture last time.
Oh no, which one?
It was just of when you moved back, and now you're like you've been in Japanese culture, or you've been in Japan for that 5 years, and you moved back, and you really wanted to.
This is the Halloween picture you're talking
Yeah,
about?
there it is. It's
Okay.
the Halloween picture where I think you dressed up as like Taylor Swift or something.
Yeah, wait, were you here?
I just either I was
think it was
heard
a
as you guys
Snapchat.
or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Snapchat, and it was like
Do you want me to send you the clip so you can like add it?
Yeah, you can send it to me.
It's so funny.
But so did you when you came back? You felt like you needed to be super like overly like you're Americanized at this point. I know I can. I'm not asking. I'm saying I'm making a statement. You're Americanized.
Yes, I'm very much Americanized.
But was that a hard transition coming back and then having
Yes. Well, can we explain this picture really quick? Cause I don't think we explained it. It basically was a picture of me in 5th grade, the year that I moved here. My first Halloween ever in October. So this was like I moved here in August, so it was like 2 months later. And it was my first Halloween, and I really wanted to fit in, so I was Taylor Swift for Halloween, and it was just like the most tragically sad and cringy, because it was just me in like a random dress and a blonde wig. Like, why am I wearing a blonde wig?
The dress was not even like
Taylor Swift. Like,
yeah,
it was,
I don't even
it was
know
literally just a dress that I owned, and then I put a blonde wig on.
It like a dress should be like one of those like play dolls that you like, you know, it was like loosely. I mean, like not that it should be like tight fitting. It's just like it just wasn't Taylor Swift at all.
Yeah, and it also just didn't fit me.
Did you have a blonde wig on top of your black hair?
No, yeah, you can see in the picture like my black scalp like poking through
Oh,
it.
poor thing.
I know. I just wanted people to like me.
So was that like a theme going all the way up through high school and stuff?
I didn't realize it, but now that I'm self-aware, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like think about it at the time, but like it explains a lot of my behavior for sure.
Big people pleaser.
Yeah, you guessed it.
Look, we're both burping. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Did you date a lot in high school? Or was that weird because you were still kind of Americanizing yourself?
No. So
Or
like
what was going on there?
no boys looked at me. I don't know why.
Were
like
you ugly in high school?
I look the same as I do now. I feel like.
Were you a late bloomer?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, let's first off, I don't believe you look the same.
Okay,
as you
well,
do
like,
now.
same enough that, like, I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah.
I was a normal bloomer. I don't know. I mean, I had no tits until I was, like, a senior in high school. But, like, no boys talked to me as soon as I got tits. Like, I don't know. I was just, like, not really, like, relevant enough, I guess.
Yeah?
But anyway.
Was it a big high school?
No, really small.
For real?
Yeah.
Like, how many people?
My graduating class, I think, was, like, 200.
Well, I mean, mine was 69.
Regular. Yeah, that's small. But, like, that's, like, it's only double that amount.
How good
Double
are you?
0.5.
Yeah, I was saying, how good are you?
I was just rounding down to
I
make a
see that.
point.
Yeah, you
to
were,
make a
yeah,
point, yeah.
I was like, come on, we just said you were book smart. Come on now. Like, what are you doing?
You're right.
No, it's okay. Okay, then you didn't date in high school at all.
Yeah, so basically, no, I didn't even like talk to a boy. Like, I don't know, I just like didn't
Play
have
sports?
that. No.
The fuck did you do?
I was in the musicals. I was in marching band.
You were an actor? Like you like?
I mean,
or-
no, I was bad. I was just like I thought it was fun. I thought I wanted to be an
So
actor.
you were like a theater nerd.
No, because I wasn't good. I just did it for fun, and I was like the extras in the musicals. But I had fun.
Why you wondering why guys didn't talk to you?
I mean, yeah, that's why. But even like the nerdy guys didn't talk to me. I don't know.
Damn.
But then senior year of high school, I met this guy that didn't go to my high school, and like
Okay, yeah.
since like he doesn't know like what I'm like,
Yeah,
it was
thought
like
you were cool.
I mean, I don't know about that, but like
Well,
it worked out.
I
Whatever.
tried to give her some points just now.
I don't think he thought I was cool.
Bad of the way. No. not cool. All right.
But then we started dating, and then we dated for 5 years. So that was like my long relationship. That was like my whole life.
You had a boyfriend all the way through college? Mm-hmm. Where'd you go to school?
Loyola.
Here. Oh, that's what brought.
Did you ask that question seriously or for the podcast?
Seriously.
Oh, you didn't know I went to Loyola?
Again, you guys talk a lot. Look, no offense to her. They talk a lot.
Okay, well, first of all, there's a lot of us. So, of course, us all talking combined is a lot, yes. But you guys also fucking talk a lot. It's all stupid.
No, we don't. I know you guys think so. Okay, again, big group of friends, about 30 or something of us. When you guys get together, it's like fucking chipmunks on.
How do you know that?
How do I know that? I've stayed in like vacation houses with you guys,
Yeah,
and I've also
yeah,
hung
yeah,
out
yeah.
with you guys, and it's just.
But what's
like,
bad
listen.
about that? It's so
No,
fun.
no, it's totally fine. Like I have no issue with it that you guys
Yeah.
are like all the time.
But we're annoying.
Yeah, but like that's not like different than any other group of girls you were around. Like
Yeah.
the first time I realized that girls like they
Or
don't do
annoying.
shit but eat and talk shit when they're around each other. It was
Yeah.
like high school. I was going to my friend's house for like a hangout or whatever. Or we were going somewhere later
Mm-hmm.
or pregame or something, and I got there and it was just all the girls in my grade, and which is fine. I don't mind hanging out with them, but usually I'm with the bro. I have somebody to just hang out with, and like one of the guys to hang out with and talk to and chill. But none of them were there, so I'm just sitting there, and they continued on like I wasn't even there. I'm sitting at the kitchen table. They're all like on the counters and shit, like with.
Yeah.
I mean, carrots, every food you could imagine. They had out, and they were going to town.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like,
That sounds
oh my
beautiful.
God. I got scared. I was like, I felt like if I said something and they just started talking shit,
They'll eat you?
they said they were like, and like, I'd be like, I'm so sorry. Like, so that's when I was just like, okay, that's what it is. Like, that's what when girls get, that's what they do. But
Yeah, it's just like boys and girls are different in ways like that, I think. And like
Yeah.
I don't think it's like bad or good. Like it's just you guys don't talk. It's fucking weird, honestly, but whatever.
my best friend, some of the best friends I've ever had, I don't even know their name.
Huh?
There are guys that I've played pickup basketball with. I've played.
And they're your best friends.
Not okay, like best friend is it doesn't take a lot for me, like, yo, that's my dude, like, or that's best friend is a lot. So
Yeah.
best friend's a lot. But I've had very good acquaintances, like guys that I've known and or appeared to know for a long good amount of time. Like they walk up to me, I walk up to them, I'm like, yo, what's good? Like,
You don't know their
how's
name.
life? And I don't know your fucking name. And it's because I played basketball with them or something for a good amount of time. Guys are very simple.
I actually really like that though. Like I kind of wish it was like that with girls. Like sometimes I feel like there's an added pressure or like I get like nervous around girls for that reason because I feel like I need to like learn your name, like where'd you go to school? Like I just feel like it's
Too
kind of
much.
more like I don't know. But
No, that's fine.
also I feel like our girlfriends aren't like that. Like
Well, that's the luxury you have, is that I think the girls that we hang around with, or the girls in our group, aren't very bitchy.
yeah,
It's
they're
like
the most down to earth girls I
very
know,
down to
and
earth
it's
girls.
like
And that's why I'm
so
like
amazing.
chill with it. Like,
Yeah.
But most girls you're gonna hang out with aren't gonna see it that way. I don't know why. Girls are just built a little different.
Yeah, and boys are also built different.
Yeah, they make you pay for dinners.
Shut up. We can't
But
lead
anyway,
this into another episode.
I know, yeah, but so you dated that guy you meet a guy senior high school. You dated him all the way through high school, all the way through college.
Yes.
You had a boyfriend all the way through college. Was he here also?
Oh no. He went to school in Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how was that?
Um,
All 4 years?
Yeah.
You definitely were doing your own thing a little bit.
Oh no. I literally didn't even talk to guys. Like, I put up such a wall because I just felt like I couldn't literally talk to anyone. I literally didn't know how to make friends, I feel like, in college, because, like, I don't know, I just felt like I couldn't be this is getting too deep.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm just asking if you fucking dated the guy and if you fucking cheated on him. Like,
let me back up.
Nah, you're good.
I was very loyal.
We'll get that in. Well, she I think she had one or two too many high noon. I'm just kidding. No. I was just asking so you, like, I find
this is just a lot that I've been thinking about recently and, like, coming to terms with, so that's why it just opened up a can of worms when you said that. But no worries, we're not going to talk about that.
It's okay. I mean, maybe she needs. No, I'm just kidding. It's
I
not
start
a therapy
crying.
fucking session.
You should honestly consider doing that.
What, therapy?
No, like a segment of your podcast where it's like therapy time.
I mean, I'm down for that.
And give, like, advice to people. Honestly, if you
I
need
might do
someone
it
to give
on
advice, I'm
look.
very good at advice.
You're very good at giving advice?
I think so. Because I can see things
Excuse
from
me.
a very logical and unbiased perspective.
Why do you, let's just go deeper on that real quick. Why do you think that is?
Why do I think I'm like that? Or why do I think that?
Why do
about
you
myself?
think, you said you see things from a very unbiased perspective. Give
I
me,
mean,
like, why
it just,
do you
history
think
has
your perspective
just
is
shown
biased?
itself. I mean, obviously everything is biased, but, like, I'm able to, like, step away from the situation and see it from, like, a third party and, like, really think about, like, the other person's perspective and, like, just assess the situation from, like, disconnected from me, and then realize what the right thing that needs to be done is, and then do it. And I don't really act on, like, my emotions, which is, like, a flaw of mine, but also sometimes it could be a positive.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that. I mean, all right, just quickly.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'm not going to say it's arrogant of you to say, because to anyone, like, you're just saying, like, I clearly can give you a solution that has no emotions attached to it. After looking at both sides.
I forgot we were talking about advice.
Yeah, I was like, because you're talking to someone else.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I got,
you know what I mean?
I got confused.
No worries, it's fine. I just was like, wait, so you're going to talk to someone who's probably distraught emotionally, like, here's the non-emotional move.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
okay. Advice-wise,
but it's fine.
I do still think I could be good at advice in certain things.
That's fair. You're a fucking trainer, so that's why.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so I'm sure that some people are wanting to take your advice. So you dated him all the way through. You guys never, there was never any hiccups?
No.
Huh.
We lived together one summer. I lived in
Really?
Illinois. I moved
In
to
Illinois?
Illinois for a summer.
I mean, Chicago's in Illinois or Chicago?
No, it was like 3 hours outside of Chicago. Yeah. The fact that I did that blows my mind.
Okay.
Would never do that ever again.
All right, so then you graduate, and did you have options to go anywhere else, or was Baltimore the only option to stay here?
No.
Or did you just like it so much that you were here?
No, I actually did not want to stay in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I didn't like Baltimore. But yeah, I started looking for jobs, and it's just fucking hard to get a job as a psychology major.
Yeah.
Also because I think at that time I kind of wanted to get my PhD in psychology. So, like, my only real steps were, like, doing research, because that's how you
Get
into
into that.
Yeah, you want to, like, buff up your resume. So I was I was applying to research jobs, and, like, Hopkins was just honestly the obvious choice, because it's, like, good. And also I had a connection through my professor who knew someone, and then I got a job. And it was also, like, research coordinator, not just assistant. And most people out of college go into assistant, but mine was the coordinator position. So it's like, I mean, I'm going to stop looking now. Like, it seems good enough. So, yeah, the job kept me here. And I moved to Baltimore July after I graduated. And I've been here since.
Well, you moved here, or you were already here?
Well, I moved back home for, like, a month or two. 2 months or something. And then I came back here in the summer.
Okay. And when you still dating your boyfriend when you came back?
No, we broke up when I moved here.
And why was that? Like, not why was that, but was it because you moved here?
Well, we were doing long distance all through college, so, like, long distance wouldn't have bothered us, I guess. But he got a job in New York, and I got a job in Baltimore. So, like, this would have now been our 6th year in, long distance.
Okay.
So we were just
like, God damn, that's a lot of fucking time, long distance.
Yeah, we were like, we should probably, like, explore ourselves outside of this relationship, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and we'll maybe end up together one day. But now, hell no.
Why do you say that, just quickly?
It would be too long. But
really?
Yeah,
Is there a short version?
I would just never date someone like that ever again. Now I know my worth. That's
There
a short
you
version.
go. I feel like that's like a lot of girls say that, but still, like
I know, but
cliche,
I mean,
but it's okay.
It's pretty just true that a lot of guys make girls feel like shit, and then they don't realize until they're out of it that they're actually.
Fair enough. I've probably been what's it called I've probably done that before.
What?
Made a
girl feel that way?
Yeah, not in any like, oh yeah, maybe in the serious relationship I have.
I think it's not like your fault necessarily. I don't think it's a guy's fault. I think a lot of times you're in a relationship and like the guy doesn't actually like you for who you are, and like I think the relationship.
What does he like you for then?
Or like no, that's not. It's not. I feel like they don't actually like the person. It's more like the idea of them. I feel like that's what I see a lot.
The idea of them. Oh, yeah. The idea of them or what they could be.
That. What
all right.
They could be.
All right, we'll come back to that in a little bit.
Okay.
But okay, so then you worked for Hopkins for a while, and then now you are a personal trainer and nutritionist?
No, I'm not a nutritionist.
Not a nutritionist?
But I do nutrition plans. So
okay.
I wouldn't really class myself as... this is the important stuff.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I wouldn't classify myself as a personal trainer because I personal train, but I feel like that's just like a portion of what I actually do. Okay. So I just I never know what to tell people when people ask me, but I just say fitness coach. I feel like that encompasses as much as I can. But also I feel like it's more than that because I'm trying to like start other things that isn't about coaching, like the Hard to Be Sad brand and stuff like that. So I just feel like I'm like, just like an entrepreneur, I don't know. And I just making money how I can through things that make me happy.
No, that's dope. I think, maybe, I don't know, maybe a year, it was like pandemic probably. We had a lot of talks, you and I, about like, just like how, you weren't really, you weren't necessarily not happy in your job. It just, you were like, I want more, I feel like you were saying. And
yeah,
like,
it was just very stagnant. Like, it was actually a really, really good job that taught me a lot about, like, it just gave me a lot of life skills, I feel like. And I feel like it's helping me run a business now because of, like, all the administrative stuff that I had to do for the lab. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like my job there was kind of like running its own business. I was like running the lab. So it was like, I was in charge of like the budgeting, the expenses, and like, all like the whole picture, which is what you have to do when you're self-employed. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I want to get into all that because, I mean, you do have the Hard to Be Sad brand and that hashtag, and then you have each month, you do a hashtag or some clever tag for the month just to get people moving, and which is pretty healthy. And then you also on your social media stay super positive all the time. And so I want to get into kind of how you decided on what your brand was going to be, kind of as a person, as a coach, and on socials as how people see you. I also want to talk more about that Propel deal you got, or what's going on with that. Now that we understood again, so from Jersey, Japanese, Armenian, Romanian, crazy mix. Mom's Japanese, full Japanese, dad's Armenian, Romanian, bunch of siblings. They're all pretty into fitness too.
Two of them.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Or 2.5.
Yeah.
But yeah.
2.5. You've asked. There you go. Well, I know. Yeah. I was just like, okay, all right. No. Yeah. No. Okay. So, and it seems like your whole family is into fitness. One more question, and then we'll take it out.
I would say we're not into fitness, but we're all pretty healthy.
Oh, that's good.
There's a difference. Yeah.
All right. There's a difference.
Not to get technical.
Yeah, not to get technical. No. That's very
that's
fair.
A description
that's
that.
good.
Yeah.
I'll take that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Last question. Before we take a break for a second, a shot break. Do you feel what was the biggest, I guess, struggle growing up in a household where you have one parent that's very Americanized, one that's not, and you all are mixed, trying to figure out, and you guys have all lived in different places, trying to figure out kind of how to come up in America. What would you say was the hardest maybe thing for you to do, or the hardest struggle for you guys?
Hardest struggle. Okay. So, but you listed a lot of things about like my parents being different, but also being like in a new country. So I'm just gonna group them.
Yeah,
together.
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hardest thing growing up. That's a really hard question. Do you know the answer for yourself?
It is. I mean, well, for me, it was different. I wasn't necessarily part of an immigrant family. I mean, I know my heritage and stuff like that behind my parents and where their parents and stuff are from,
I know my
families.
answer, but yeah.
No, that's fine. For me, it was just different going to school. I'm from the inner city, went to school in the county. So.
Oh, so all your friends in the city.
Right, I still have I have friends in the city, friends from high school that I still and what actually really ended up happening is the people that I gravitated towards. My friends were all like kind of city and county. Like it was a nice mix, but none of us were really. What was nice was like in our school you had kids that were super well off and some people that weren't so well off and some people right in the middle. Like it was nice that all of my whole friend group like we were all like
in the middle.
Kind of in the middle. Like nobody was like too crazy or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So that kind of kept us grounded because we all just kind of worked for each other. But like the only difference really was that my mom was very rigid, and then you go to school and then the parents aren't very rigid out there, but it's too crazy.
That's
like,
kind of what I mean.
Like that's the only difference.
That's kind of what I was gonna say. I feel like, the way that immigrant parents, is that what my parents are considered? Immigrant parents?
I guess your mother
my mom is.
would be technically
the thing is, you also asked what it's like growing up with one like Americanized and one not. I feel like that didn't dictate how they like it wasn't different from either end. Like both my parents are very much on the same page about how they wanted to raise us. So it was never like a fight between them. Like, oh, my mom was like way more strict, my dad was, or vice versa. It was like they were very much on the same page. So I feel like that didn't factor into anything. Someone's coming in.
What's going on?
Hi.
Are you about to do the podcast?
Yeah.
We're doing it now.
You know later? Yep. I'll see you later. See ya.
You're cool. I can cut that out.
I thought that was like a guy that thought it was like an actual bar or something.
Probably. You never know. Here, turn it this way.
Oh, why does it matter?
Because what's it called?
Got it. Okay. I also think I keep forgetting, so like you might not. I put it down and I forgot about it.
I don't care. It's like
okay.
it's pretty quiet in here, so it'll get a cash.
Okay. Right. I think I talk loud too. Anyway.
You were. They don't agree. They don't disagree on much.
Yeah. So like even though they were like once immigrant, once not, like that didn't dictate that how they wanted to parent. They were very much on the same page.
You think that if one of your parents is more Americanized, the other is not, that there's going to be some kind of clash at some point, or something like, oh, this is just typical here, and your mom be like,
no, my dad, like I tell you, like even though he grew up here, he's like not American. He has a very well. He also like once he graduated college, I think he like backpacked in France and like lived there by himself for a year. Like he's very like
worldly.
Yeah, so like
that's tight.
Yeah, I just feel like he doesn't act like a normal American at all. Like very like I don't know. I feel like he actually acts like an Armenian man.
I don't know what an Armenian man acts like. But
I don't know either.
I have to meet your dad and figure it out.
I don't know. He just really doesn't like. There's definitely a difference between him and like one of my white friends' dads. Like huge difference.
Oh, I mean, clearly, probably.
Why?
You guys aren't white.
Okay. Well, like Americanized.
Okay.
In that
fine.
sense,
yeah,
you know.
Sure. All right. Fine. All right.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. So.
Should I answer your question? The hardest thing.
Yeah. You never did.
Okay. So I was saying, the hardest thing growing up was also that my parents are like very, very strict in like a very different way than like I think white parents. Like I don't know if I'm just generalizing, but like I've really felt like my friends' couldn't relate to me. Like I couldn't like go out at all. Like my friends like asking me to come over was such a huge ask, and like they would say no 99% of the time, and it was like really uncomfortable for me to have to tell my friends no, because like they wouldn't get it because their parents are just like, oh yeah, go hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
So like it was just like I felt like very kind of like alone, because not only did my parents not let me go out, but like I felt like my friends didn't understand like what it was like in my household, because it was like very different than their household.
Right. They really didn't like all high school, senior year, all that stuff.
I mean,
did it get loosened at one point?
They loosened up once we went to college. But
wow.
But I mean, towards like senior year, like yes, we could go out, but it was still like, I don't know. It was just always a fucking big deal, and like they were like pretty strict.
Wow. That's fair. This is a different thing because me, like, I would just go be like, Mom, I'm gone for the weekend. Go hop on a bus and be gone and come back Sunday.
Yeah, no.
And come back. So as long as she's like, just call me and be like, call me, make sure you're alive tomorrow. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, no.
I guess they had already been through it with my brother and they were like, whatever, who cares?
Yeah, but the thing is, they had 5 kids and they didn't loosen up.
Wow, yeah,
and
they
it was,
usually loosen up by that.
I know.
Second one, third one, maybe.
I think they started to a little bit, but like it was still pretty bad. And I feel like they were strict in senses that weren't just like going out too. It was just like literally everything. Like everything was just so like strict and like cold. And, like I feel
That's why
bad.
you kind of, you think you kind of went a little bit crazy once you hit college, or once you not college.
No, because I was in a relationship.
I was gonna say, so maybe once you kind of moved to Baltimore and kind of met everybody, did you kind of feel like you?
When I first met you was like during that phase a little bit.
It is
No, I really didn't go crazy though. I feel like
no, I didn't.
Just
no,
for
no.
my,
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say for
compared
you.
to what I am now and what I was before.
Yeah.
I definitely
That's
drank way more, and like it was my first time being single, like as an adult. Like the last time I was single, no boys looked at me, you know. So.
All right. So actually, that's a great segue. We're gonna take a quick break, take a shot.
Oh.
Shot time.
Is that what
and
we
then. A little serious.
Okay, yeah. Wait, should we take a shot?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you probably go.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Cheers.
But no, I appreciate you for saying that and for for bringing it up to me. Like, I understand and didn't take it personally at all.
Yes. Ooh. That chaser honestly was like so fire. It worked so well.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I love rap. Is it rap or RAC?
RAC.
Have you ever heard, is it already coming?
What?
Is it coming already?
No, that's what she said. No. Anyway, ooh, sorry. All right, so,
Where did we leave off?
we left off, but I wanted to ask you about your brands kind of now and how you're branding yourself.
Okay. Well, I feel like, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you say that we're going to talk about how I got to this point first or after? Because we should probably explain that because we didn't explain the transition.
What's the art? So you were researching, what specifically were you researching with Hopkins?
The neurobehavioral influences of appetite and obesity.
Is that any reason in particular that that's what you were going for? Or?
Yeah, towards like senior year of college, I got really into health psychology, which is like physical and mental health and like the interconnectedness of the two. So like how your physical health affects your mental health, how your mental health then in turn affects your physical health. So I got really interested in that because that's like kind of when I started to get more serious into like fitness and health. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, my professor knew someone who knew someone that was doing research in that field. So I interviewed with her and I got the job. So it was kind of perfect. But at that time, I didn't think about anything like a career in fitness or anything. I just like wanted to be a health psychologist and like get my PhD in health psychology.
Right. And you moved here and you worked in that job for how many years?
It was going on to my 3rd year.
Going into your 3rd year?
So that was this year. I quit in January.
Okay. And
oh, this is so crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like recapping
six months ago.
Well, okay, leading up to that, were you necessarily tired of your job, or was it just that you just felt you needed a new?
So
what was that?
after like less than a year, honestly, after like 6 or 7 months, I started to realize that like getting my PhD was not really interesting for me anymore. Like I don't know, I was like I don't really want to do that. Like for some reason, I think I just like saw like the research aspect of it, and like because I had a lot of postdocs in my lab, and I don't know, just like their trajectory, I don't know if that's the right word, in their careers just like seemed very boring to me, and like I don't know, I just didn't want to keep doing research for like 7 fucking years and like get my PhD in it. And I felt like I wanted something else, but I had no idea what. So I started, I think I just started looking up like other jobs. Like I just wanted something else. Like I just felt so stuck because like there's no way to move up in the research field. So it was like a really dead end job, you know, like you usually get that and then go to school. But now that I didn't want to go to school, I was like, I don't know what to do. So yeah, I felt like that. And then COVID hit. So then my life spiraled.
We'll get into that. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. But Life spiral.
I mean, it did for everyone, right?
Yeah, pretty much, I guess.
Yeah.
You could say that. It's safe to say that.
Yes.
But then, what was there a time when you weren't working out, and then when did you start your own fitness journey? Was that simultaneous with you wanting to become a trainer or wanting to,
no,
or a coach?
I could tell the story from the beginning, like
Yeah,
back up a little bit. So, never was an athlete, never really into fitness at all until I would say like the summer after freshman year of college. I was at home in the summer, and my sister used to row D1 at Rutgers. So for the summer, she would train with this strength and conditioning coach every single day. And I like wanted to lose weight, so I decided to do that with her. So we would wake up at like 5 a.m. every day and do it. So that was like my first exposure to it, and I like hated it still, you know, and I didn't really learn the specifics of like how to weight train on my own. It was like a group class, you know. But that's when I like started to learn more about like weightlifting. So then I went back to college, and then I started to like teach myself more, and like gradually, and then by senior year I would say I was like pretty serious into it. I was doing like the regular like gym girl stuff, you know. But then I got more serious after I graduated, and I was like living down here by myself, and then I met a friend who does like physique competitions. Trey, not your brother, but yeah, he's like he's like really into it. So like I started going to the gym with him a lot, and he's like such like a gym bro, you know. So I like picked up more of like that like world, and like learned more about that, and like the different like muscles and stuff. Like he like really taught me a lot, honestly. And then I'm just like on the side always was doing my own research on it, just because I just get really obsessive when I like want to do something, I guess. And like I also like really wanted to lose weight, and like so I was like doing all this nutrition research and like whatever. So I feel like gradually I just kind of taught myself a lot about what I know now. And then I just kept getting more and more into fitness, and then pandemic happened. Obviously had to take a break from the weights, but then I started writing like nutrition plans and workout plans for my friends, because my friends, I remember Maya actually one time like Snapchatted the girls group and was like, I just like tried to go to the weight section in the gym for the first time. Like I was so nervous, but like I made it. But then like all the squat racks were taken. I got scared, so I just like walked on the treadmill and went home. And it just like broke my heart, because like I remember like feeling like that when I was like a freshman in high school or college. So I was like, I'm gonna help her out. So I like went to the gym with her, and then it was just like really cool to like help her and like make her feel more confident. And then she would like take pictures of her at like doing weights. Like later on, she would like Snapchat me, and it would like make me so happy. And I was like, wait, this is like so cool. So I decided that I wanted to like make her my guinea pig client, and I wrote like a really loose plan, like workout plan and meal plan. And she did it for a month, and that was in February of the pandemic, so 2020, I think.
I remember seeing those pictures.
Yeah, so that was like the first time. So I just like posted it, and I was like, I didn't really know what I was doing, but like, I don't know, I just like did it, you know? Like I wasn't like trying to make this my job necessarily, but it was just like, it just felt very natural. So I was doing that.
Sparked something in you.
Yeah, exactly. So that like really made me happy, and I was like, oh, this is the first time that I'm doing something that like actually made me happy. Like I feel like I didn't have any interest. Like I don't know. I was just like I just needed something to like give me like passion, I guess. So that made me really happy. And then I kind of took a quick step back from that, because I started Refreshed at the same time, which was this meal prep delivery business thing that I ran. So I was like cooking the food, like running that. So I did that for a couple months, but then I realized.
Quickly, what was just if there was like a 1 or 2 line thing behind that, what Refreshed was? Because though it didn't survive as a business, I think the concept was like I told you the multiple times that we talked about it. The concept was really good and really clever, and I think it's something that, I mean, it's you know, there's a bunch of meal plans out there, but yours were really good. Clearly, it was a localized thing, but just go ahead and talk about Refresh and what that was real quick.
Yeah. So me and my one friend, we both like cook pretty well, I would say. Like we
Yeah.
cook like good
Yeah, you guys
looking
can throw,
food.
she can throw down in the kitchen.
Yeah. But we are both very health conscious, and like we both like think about like the macronutrients that we're eating, like protein and stuff, because like we kind of like had like a gym bro type like outlook on fitness at the time. So like I would like be thinking about like how much protein I'm having. I would try to be like low fat, like regular carbs, like whatever. So we would always make meals that like were really good and tasted good. Like we would have all these like we would have like dinner parties together all the time.
Yeah.
And we would make it taste really good, but it was also like very healthy, like high protein, low fat, you know, whatever. So we would always do this, and I also always felt like whenever I would do takeout or like go out, like nothing was as healthy as like I would want it to be, you know. There's like always a way to make it healthier. Even all these like healthy meal prep businesses, I was like, it's really not that healthy. So one day he like showed me this guy's Instagram. He's like based in New Jersey. I forget his name, but he did exactly what Refreshed was, but in New Jersey. And he was very successful. He had like thousands of orders, I think, a day, and it was like he had an industrial kitchen, and like it was him and his girlfriend. Like he cooked a ton and did like deliveries twice a week or whatever. But anyway, we were like, we should just do it, and it was literally just like kind of a joke. But then we were like, wait, like we should just do it like this weekend to see how it goes. So we literally FaceTimed. Like I think you were one of the first people we FaceTimed. And FaceTimed all our friends. And we were like, we have like this weird idea. Like, do you want to be our first customers and see like if you like it? So like, thank God we have supportive friends. They said yes. You being one of them. And we like got all the orders. We made the social media for it. We got all the ingredients, calculated the macros. We made food labels and printed out our logo on it, like put all the ingredients, the nutrition fact, and then bulk bought a bunch of groceries, and then spent like 12, 16 hours in the kitchen and cooked a bunch of meals, and then the next day delivered them. And it was like kind of successful. So we're like, oh, I guess like just keep going with this, like see what happens. So it was like really cool, and like that's when I really realized that like I could really just do anything I want, you know? Like it was just like a fucking stupid idea that we had on a random Wednesday night. And then the next Sunday we had all our orders and we were delivering it. And we're like, this is so cool. And I learned that like I was really good at managing a business, and like I feel like I learned that from Hopkins. And like just we had to like keep track of all our expenses, like calculate everything, like have a million Excel sheets. And I felt like I was kind of doing like all like the background setup of that, and I was like, oh, like I think that's like what I'm good at, is like running stuff, you know, like being my own boss. So that kind of sparked my interest in being more of like an entrepreneur and like working for myself. And
then so
sorry, I'm talking a lot.
No, I'm interviewing you, that's fine. So then Refreshed, unfortunately, you guys.
Let me say this. So the reason that I quit it was because like it was taking up a lot of my fucking time. Like I had no social life. Like I would work 8 hours and then like immediately do like there's shit to do every single second of the day for it, because there's just two of us doing everything. Okay, never mind.
Honestly, never mind.
You know, but I started to realize that like as much as like it was cool, I wasn't passionate about it the same way I was when I was helping Maya, and I also helped my other friend Christina, I think, and I wasn't charging either of them, so I wasn't making a single dollar, but I just felt way happier doing that than doing Refreshed.
Even though Refreshed made you money.
Yeah. So, and
that lets you know something.
Yeah, and also I just felt like I was working way too hard for something that like I didn't really feel that passionate about. It was like, it's cool, but like I wanted to like help people more, you know? Like it just like didn't feel like personal enough, or like I don't know, it didn't make me as happy. So I told Zayd, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and so I just like left it and like gave it to him, and then I mean it's impossible to run by himself, so it just kind of like fizzled out. But that's when why did my voice do that?
I don't know. I thought you were about to cry.
I know.
I was like,
no, there's literally just a tickle. I
was like, shit,
I never got I can drink this. I'm just talking so much, my voice is like going.
You're fine. So then you
Oh, this is when it leads to personal training. Sorry, I'm
right. Yeah, because we talked about you wanting, again, you had felt you'd had these moments of like, okay, I'm like feeling good about these things.
Yeah.
And you were just trying to figure out at that point what the next step was, and then
Yeah, so let me say this. So even before I decided to quit Refreshed, I reached out to Grind, where I work at now. So Grind is this Baltimore gym in Baltimore, and their Instagram page has been following me for a few months, and they will like always like my pictures. Like they're just like very loyal followers like that. And
Wonder why?
What do you mean?
Because I was gonna say, because you're a great fitness, like.
I didn't post fitness content that time.
Oh really?
Yeah. It was
so
just
I wonder why.
Instagram.
I
Anyway,
wonder why.
We're gonna move on. So, you made me lose my train of thought.
They were flecking your pictures on the regular.
So I was home one weekend. It was like while I was still doing Refresh, and I was just like so stressed out because I was like working fucking 24/7, and I don't know, me and Zay were butting heads about the business, I think, at that point a little bit. So I was just like very stressed out, and like also my anxiety was very high at this point, just from like personal issues too.
Yeah.
So not having a great time, and I was at home, and I was like just lost and confused, and I was like, I need something to like make me feel good again.
Right.
So Grind, I think, liked my picture or something. They like popped up on my Instagram, and I was like, what is this? So like I Googled Grind. I like tried to look into it more, and I found out that it was this like really cool gym. Like it's run by two guys who were best friends from high school, and they just like, their business philosophy is very much like a community based. Like they don't charge like any of these like corporate fees. They're like very personable. Like the phone number on the Grind's website is the owner's cell phone number, and like they personally meet every single person that comes to sign up or like tour the place. And it's just like a very like nice feeling gym, you know? It's like very open and friendly.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. So I like was doing research about it, and I was like, this is like really cool. This is like exactly like what I like agree with. Like not that I was ever in that situation, but I don't know, it just like felt right, and that's like how I viewed fitness. It should be more like open and like not, I don't know, just like more community based. So whatever. I researched, found the owner, DM'd him on Instagram. I was like, hey, like came across your story, like would love to talk more and like hear about like your story and like how you got there, because like I just wanted, I realized I was like really into fitness, and I wanted to do something in it and like maybe own a gym or something. Like I wanted to be my own boss. Like, so I just kind of wanted to know how he got into the world, because I was so detached from it. Like I had no idea anything about like a personal trainer or like fitness coach. Like I didn't even know that existed really. So
I feel like it is kind of a world.
Yeah, no, it really is. And like I was so blind to it. I just like didn't, I don't know, it was just like I just liked working out. It was like nothing serious.
And he set you up. He was like, yeah, like let's.
Yeah, he was like, let's just meet. Like he was like really nice about it. So we met, and my intention was literally to just hear how he started the gym and stuff. But we just like started talking, and we were talking about like our philosophy on fitness, and it just like was very.
What is your philosophy on fitness?
That is a loaded question. I think.
Give me your elevator pitch. If I'm your, hey Anahys, I'm looking for a new trainer, a fitness coach.
Yeah. What's
your? Give me. You have 3 sentences to tell me what you're about.
Okay, I'm sure it's going to be more than 3 sentences, but I'll try.
I'll get it.
I take a very like holistic approach to fitness. So I think that fitness is very much. This is so corny, but it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like I just don't look at it as like eating chicken, broccoli, rice and lifting to look good. You know, like it's just very much not like that for me. It's more like I want people to like find joy in it and like just be healthy and make healthy decisions and like take care of yourself first. And like work on yourself, both in the gym and also like as you as a person. Like I just feel like fitness is more about like becoming a better version of yourself. This is all so corny, but
I mean,
that is my philosophy.
It's true, but like you just don't have to take it. I think what you're kind of saying in a nutshell is like you don't have to take it to the extremes.
Yeah, like I just don't see it as like. I don't want to like call certain things out, but this is the only example I can find right now. But like, physique competitions, for example. Like, I would never be the person to like restrict my food and count my calories to. I mean, I understand it's like a sport and it's like a whole thing. It's like cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to talk.
No, I get what you're.
It's just for me. It's literally a lifestyle. Like, I want to be a healthy person. I want to live long. Like, I want to have a healthy inside and outside. You know, like long. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's more natural. Like, I don't like believe in like taking supplements. That's another thing. Like stuff like that. Like, I'm just like, I don't care to take something that's going to make my muscles bigger. Like, you know, I just am trying to be healthy, and like I lift weights because it makes me healthy, not because it makes me look a certain way, which is very
It's an added benefit though.
It is. And it's very hypocritical because the reason I started working out was because I wanted to look a certain way.
Yeah.
But now that I do it not for that, I'm just so much happier, and that's what I'm trying to promote.
That's good. No,
because it's made me a lot happier having this mindset about fitness.
I like it that you're more about just moving your body in some purposeful way every day.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be perfect. Just like do your best, be healthy. Like do good things for your body. And
so you started out, did you have a lot of clients starting out? Or did
No. So basically when we had that conversation, it ended up him offering me to try personal training there. But like how that gym works.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
I want you to give me an honest answer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if you were...
Oh, I already know the question.
Okay. You want to go ahead and say the question and answer it yourself?
If I was a guy, would he have offered me the job?
I wasn't going to say a guy. I was going to say, do you think if you were a like less attractive girl, maybe, and not, you were already in shape when you went to him.
Yeah.
And not in shape. Do you think that he would have been as quick to like jump and give you the opportunity? And I'm going to give you a reason why. I'm going to say this.
Yeah, sure. I say this in the most non-naive way, because in any situation, like I know how this is gonna sound, and I know like how I could be very naive in this situation, but with him, I genuinely don't think so, because I've seen like he doesn't hire coaches based on how they look. Like he's very open, like the most open-minded person. Like he has a fucking haircut working at Grind now. Like it's not, yeah. And like, I think it genuinely was because of our conversation. And I know that because they're both very open to anything. They won't shoot anything down. They'll try everything. But then they're like, if it's not a good fit, like we're not afraid to say no. But they're like the most open-minded people. So I really think
they were very open-minded. I tried to
they had fucking Zayd DJ.
Yeah, that was.
And
that was
his music is not for normal people to listen to. Like they're the most open-minded people ever.
It's like, anyway. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. I was just wondering. I just.
But I know.
Would know if that you.
I thought it for sure,
okay.
But now that I know them, I know that wasn't it. But when it first happened, I was like, ugh. But like also yay.
Yeah. So wait, you're okay with that? You'd
no.
be okay with it if you got it just based on that? Or?
I mean, of course not. I'm
not okay with it, but who gives a fuck? I mean, like, in the end of the day, you got it, right?
Right, exactly. Like, when he, like, said that, I genuinely, like, didn't believe it. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I just, like, had no, like, confidence in myself, you know? And, like, I just didn't see myself as someone that can, like, do that. I don't know. And, like, Grind seemed, like, so cool. I just, like... I don't know. All the trainers were like so badass.
On the wall.
I know, it's crazy. But anyway, I just like really didn't know it. So anyway, so he said I could be a personal trainer, but with that gym, like they don't employ us necessarily. Like we're just our own business, and we pay them rent, and then bring our own clients and use their space there to train them. So it's like I had to basically start up my own business as a personal trainer by myself and find my own clients. I was not certified, and I didn't have any clients. So about all the certification stuff, texted everyone, including you, and asked if anybody wants a client. So I got this one guy who I met at like a post game one day, and then we got like happy hour one time, and we were like talking. He like told me about how he does like Soul Cycle or whatever. So I texted him. So he was my first client, and then I texted you, and you got your mom and your ex-girlfriend's coworker, both of them to be my trainer, or to my client, Katie. homes.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. So those
yeah,
were my 3
she-
clients. Cut that out.
No.
I'll delete this whole tape if you leave it in.
All right, fine. Fuck it, Jesus Christ. Anyway, but okay, so you got some clients and you're going, and then now, like, you go to the point where you have a few clients, but you're still working in
Yes.
research. When do you make that leap from okay, I'm done with this? And what was it that prompted you to make the leap?
So in the summer, it was very much, it felt like a part-time job. I just did it after work, and I just had those 3 clients. I wasn't really trying to find more clients. Like, I don't know, I didn't think of it as a business at all. It just felt like a part-time job. And then towards, I think, like October around, I think, no, you know what? It was, I hate that this is the reason, but it was in November. I went to Denver, and I just visited a weekend, and I don't know what exactly happened there, but when I came back, I was just like ready to like make this my whole life. Like, I don't know why, but it just like sparked something in me. And I came back and I hired a business coach, and I was like, I want to make this my career and like do online coaching too. So I met with my business coach, and she helped me think of like online coaching, like how I could do that. So I was like, so this was the first time since Maya and Christina, my friends who I gave the nutrition and workout plans to, this is the first time that I can actually do that and charge people. So I already knew how to do it because I did it for my friends, but I just like never thought to like charge anyone for it. But like I was like, now I could do exactly that, which I loved doing that. I think I was kind of starting to lose personal training. Like I was like, what's the point? You know, like I wanted more. So this was like perfect. So she like helped me write like my program, like what I would include and like how much I could price it for. And it was like crazy how much she wanted me to price it for. And I was like, I was just like, I don't think anyone's going to pay for that. But she was like, no, like you have to believe in yourself, whatever. So it gave me the confidence I needed, and I like launched it, and then I presented it to my very first client, Anahys, who worked with me in the summer and then took a couple weeks off, but then in January signed on again to personal training with me twice a week and do my online training. So nutrition plan and also like a workout plan on the days that we wouldn't be training together. So like a Monday through Sunday, whatever. Yeah. So he was my first client that like did everything. That's like exactly what I wanted. And this time, now that he was paying me, I mean, should I say the price?
Sure, if you like.
Okay, so at the time it was $2,100 for 3 months. So like, which like, yeah, at the time I was like, I just felt so bad saying that number, but like knowing how much time I knew I was going to put into it, I was like, that is how much like it should be worth. And now if I ever do that,
3 months,
more,
wow.
But, yeah.
That's not bad.
But
That's not a bad bag.
Yeah, like pretty good deal. He meets with me twice a week for 3 months. He gets a nutrition and a workout plan. And like the way that I make my nutrition plans, it's like so exact and personalized, and like I calculate everything to the T and like create everything from scratch. Like it is just a plan that's gonna work if you follow it, you know?
Can I ask why you felt a certain, or why you felt you shouldn't charge
That much?
the premium or that amount?
I just have this issue. I had this issue. I still kind of have this issue where I just like didn't know that I was like worth that, or like I just always felt like I'm like the youngest in the room, or like I'm like just starting out. Like I don't know. I just like didn't have much confidence, I guess. So like I just didn't feel like, even though I was doing exactly what other people were doing who were like, I look at them as like professionals, I just didn't feel like that, you know? I just felt like someone like pretending to like playing the part. It's called imposter syndrome.
She's done the research on it.
Yes.
No, I just think it's funny because I mean, we're not funny. It's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, that you're like, I'm not worth that much, and it's like, it's.
Well, because I was just starting out. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have like real like, I don't have a piece of paper that like, you know, I didn't go through schooling for this. Like, I
Yeah.
just kind of learned on
You're good.
There's a lot of whatever it's called here. I don't know. I just didn't. I wasn't like. I didn't feel like a professional. I don't know.
Okay.
But now I am very confident in what I do, and I still do sometimes feel like I still struggle with it, but I definitely like see the worth in what I produce for my clients because I put so much effort into it and so much time into it, and I really feel like not a lot of people put as much effort or care into each of their clients as much as I do.
Well, I think it's shown through your social media,
Really?
Well, I mean, I think you do a good job at showing yourself working on fitness plans and stuff for your clients and truly actually like living the lifestyle. Like you're at the gym a lot, you know, you're always kind of living by the things you say, which actually is a good segue like into your Hard to Be Sad brand.
Yes.
Because you have your Anahys Fitness, which is what you train under, but then you've recently launched a brand, H2BS, or better known as Hard to Be Sad, where it's also kind of tied in with your with your social media.
Yeah.
Where you know you wake up and you're spreading positivity and it kind of ties into kind of your philosophy of you're not very strict. You know, you're doing things that bring you happiness and that help your day kind of move along. I'm kind of the same way when I'm going, like, I'm not strict on my eating regimen or anything like that. Like, if it's good, it's whole food, something like that, eat it. Like, you're gonna, if you're hungry, eat, you know, don't starve yourself.
Exactly.
But talk about how you went from just, you know, being into fitness and going into being a fitness coach, and then how you kind of evolved that into, I guess, your branding and Hard to Be Sad on social media, and tell me about how that's going now when you started that, some of the struggles maybe you experienced with that. I know it's a lot, so maybe we'll just start with how Hard to Be Sad came to be and how that's going.
Okay. So I feel like with anything that I've done up to this point, it's all been very natural. Like even like me becoming like a coach or whatever, you know, like it was never planned, and I'm like so grateful it's been that way, because whenever I have a plan, I feel like I overthink things. And I think that's why Hard to Be Sad is like, it's like perfect for me, because it's just it came so naturally that like it didn't even feel like it was going to be a brand or like anything that was going to turn into anything until like I thought about it recently. I was like, wait, this is like a great opportunity. But anyway, how it became. So I feel like towards 2021, around this time last year actually, or like starting like January 2021, I was just like really working on myself at the time. Like I was just like, you know, coming out of like the pandemic, depression, you know, like anxiety was at an all-time high. Like I was like really trying to like work on myself and becoming happy, because like I think I just like wasn't happy. And I don't know, I just like started to go to therapy and like try to be happier. And I think I started to really like slow down and like try to appreciate life, because I think all through college and like the beginning of the pandemic, I was very high anxiety, and I think that kept me away from like the present, and I didn't realize that. Like I think I literally like don't remember college, because I think I was so anxious that like I was never living in the moment. And like,
wow,
I know, it's like crazy. So I think I kind of was just like, realizing that, and so I was just trying to be more present and like working on my anxiety, like going through therapy for my anxiety. And then once like the anxiety started to come down, I learned how to like be more present and be slower in life and enjoy the little things. I was just like so much happier. Like it literally flipped my life upside down. Like I didn't even know that I wasn't happy until I was happy, you know? And I don't know, I loved being happy so much.
Yeah, I think it started as just like literally a day where just like you put it, I think, in our Snapchat group or something like that, and it was just like, oh, Hard to Be Sad. And like for the longest time, I honestly was just like, because I don't know what kind of mood I was in at the time, maybe 2021, I don't know what I was in, but I was like, and then it continued, but I was just like, what is this Hard to Be Sad? And then for the longest time, I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
And then you do it.
And then I did it.
It's
and
catchy.
You screenshotted it.
Yeah, so I have proof.
No, because it's true. I mean, is there ever a day where you don't wake up
Happy?
happy,
I mean, of course.
and it is.
Well,
it's easy to be. Is there ever a day when it's easy to be sad?
Yes, but I mean, no, because that's what hard to be sad is about. Like,
Yeah.
there is a lot of things that are terrible and sad and hard, but you need to, instead of thinking about that, you need to think that it's hard to be sad always, because even though there's all those hard things, like, there's so much good and like so much beauty, and like, why not think about that? I'm like gonna cry.
No, that's fair. I honestly,
It's like so
I put us on break earlier because I was like, I saw your eyes like welling up. I was like, oh my god, I need to take a break with you. But
No, but that's just how I
there's
feel.
sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, here goes Anahys' story about how she fucking got up early and did some fucking physical shit.
It just-
where she
that's just
ate a
the
really
only-
full, nice breakfast.
It's
Like,
just like, you literally have control of your happiness, and that's the only mindset you can have if you want to be happy. Like, just obviously there's shit that makes me mad and sad every single day. Like, there's so much thrown at you all the time, and it's hard. But like, if you think about that, like, you're never gonna get through life. Like, why not just focus on the good? There's bad and good. Why focus on the bad when you can focus on the good?
That's as fair as it gets. I mean, I've learned a lot, like from this injury, so to say. Like, I've learned a lot. Like, your body responds to how you feel. So if I am negative in any, like, through this healing process at any point,
It's gonna feed into it.
It feeds into it. Yeah.
That's exactly what health psychology is, and I think that's so interesting.
Well, so you're kind of and I've learned to kind of, no matter what, like, snap and be like, like you said, find something small to appreciate, and it does make life a lot better. So I think it's interesting that you say that, or that's kind of the origin, not the origin, the origin of kind of where it comes from, is finding the little things.
From like a psychological perspective.
Yeah.
It's literally just cognitive therapy. It's just, you just need to reframe the way you think of things.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to train your mind to like think of the positives, and it literally makes you so much happier. Like, that, it's just like science. Like, just think of the positives and you'll be happy.
So you guys have that. You have the hats and the sweatshirts right now.
Oh yeah, so I want to talk about that. So I decided once like I started posting Hard to Be Sad more, and it was like starting to catch on, I was like, I should make merch, just because like I wanted to wear a hat that said that. So I like made it, and I've kind of taken a step back from it because I like really thought about it. And when I first made the merch, I was just like, oh, like it'll be fun, like I'm gonna just sell some shirts. But then like I really thought about it, and I was like, wait, this is like actually like a brand that I want to grow. And I had this realization like in the past like week or two. So I am taking a step back from like promoting that. I want to like really do work on it, like build the website, and then start a Instagram account specifically for that and make it into a brand. So like it's not just the clothing, but it's like spreading positivity. So I want to like post about like positive things, and like I want to feature people that like buy the merch and like talk about things that make them happy. And then, like I had this idea today. I was like, I should like start a TikTok and like go up to random people that like on the streets and just be like, what like made you happy today? Just like spread happiness and positivity. And I feel like that's like
That's a good idea. Sorry, that was weird.
Yeah, so I'm actually like, really excited about this because
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it will make me really happy, and
it's hard to be sad.
And it's hard to be sad.
Well, I think the moral is that you're finding happiness in the passion that
which is so
you're
cool.
chasing the passion that you want, which no matter what, money's never going to be a factor because it's something that you're passionate about, and no matter what, your clients are always going to feel that. Like they're gonna understand and feel that you're passionate about what you're doing, but no matter what, it'll make the ones that recognize that come back. So I think you're in a good spot, especially if she's making $2,100. No, that, and you got some merch. Was it doing well though? It was fun. It was some of the selling. Was it all right?
It was like more people about it than I thought, I think, but then I kind of stopped promoting it. So then obviously sales stopped as soon as I stopped promoting it. But I also haven't like posted the link and stuff, but I'm thinking about like this weekend I'm doing a photo shoot for it. I'm thinking about like finishing up the website more. Like I'm working on it like next week a lot.
So that's dope. But talk to me quickly before we go to break, talk to me about Propel
Oh yeah.
and how that deal went down and what that was like.
So they reached out to me.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, my first brand deals. How cool.
Yeah.
But they
Like, talk about how it worked, so just anyone else that's trying to get a brand deal can kind of understand the intricacies of it.
I don't think this is similar to that because like this wasn't
Or
a
what
traditional
it
brand
was.
deal. Yeah, so it
Sure.
wasn't exactly a brand deal. Like I'm not like a sponsored
Yeah, sorry.
Propel athlete.
You don't know, yeah.
That would be dope, and I have been reaching out to them, being like, please sponsor me.
Yeah.
No, so they were doing this fitness tour to promote Propel. I think they used to do it before COVID, but this was the first one back.
Yeah.
So they were traveling to different cities and holding this fitness tour. It was called JOWO, or Propel Your JOWO, Joy of Working Out. They would come to like, I think it was like 5 major cities in the US and have like this like park like set up with Propel stuff, and there'll be like fitness classes, just like promoting fitness in the community. So Baltimore was one of the stops. They were going to be in Baltimore all of June. So they reached out to trainers all in the area and asked them to like teach these classes and then promote Propel like the weeks following and stuff,
Right,
you know,
right.
like make the posts and stuff. So they reached out to me. It was like it was called Noun. I think it's like a brand ambassador like agency. It wasn't Propel that reached out to me. It was them.
They went through an agency.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So they emailed me, and it was like this random email. It was like, this water company wants to do like a thing, like an opportunity with you or something. I was like,
Right.
not even gonna respond. I was like, the fuck, like
Ooh,
no.
You were like, nah, this is not.
Yeah, but I just responded, whatever, and then I found out it was Propel. I was like, oh my god, like cool. So obviously I said yes, and they like paid me. I like negotiated the price. I like asked for more, you know, like I did my whole thing.
gotta do it,
It
man.
was
You gotta do
so
your thing.
yeah, so cool. So then I got it, and so in June, I had to teach 3 classes, like take a bunch of pictures and post that, like post videos, post stories, promoting the event, and it was so cool. It was my first time doing group classes, and it was just like really, really fun. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it felt very natural, really fun to like meet new people. I have like a couple new followers that I've been like DMing from it. Like it was just like,
Really?
yeah, like
That's cool.
cute.
So it was
oh,
all-
and I have a potential client from it. So like,
There you go. All
Yeah.
around, I was gonna say it's an all around. You say positive experience.
Yeah, really,
Partnering
really
with a
good.
water
And like,
company like that.
yeah, and it was just like cool being able to represent a brand. Like I don't know, like I obviously the deal ended, like my
Yeah.
last class already ended, but like I still have Propel products and I still post about it because I don't know, now they're like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I
They-
like
They
them.
might come back for another one if they like it.
Yeah, exactly. But
Well, that's
yeah.
cool. I mean, like you go from literally making meal plans for your friends to a small partnership with a very, very, very large water company.
That is pretty cool. I'm so
I think you should give
lucky
yourself
that
a
it
pat on
was.
the back. A
Yeah,
pat
I
on the
didn't
back
even
for
really
where
think
you're
about
at.
it. Like Propel is like such a well-known brand. Like that's
Yeah.
really cool. That was
You gotta
my
give yourself
first
a pat on the
brand.
back for the good
Yeah,
things you
literally.
do, you know.
Holy shit.
Don't be sad. No, but all right. Well, I mean, so all right. Anything you want to plug before we take another shot and then come back and talk a little bit about again that those 20s coming into Baltimore. We're gonna go more on the dating side and more the going out, and then. But I do want to touch on,
Okay.
drinking and
Oh,
how
yeah,
that's
yeah.
changed over the years
But
for you.
anything you want, I want to plug. Is
Yeah,
that what
anything
we're
you wanna
doing?
plug right
well,
now?
obviously my Instagram Anahys.fitness. And hard to be sad when that is more a thing, but I think you can still follow it now. It's just hard to be sad on Instagram.
Yeah.
And yeah, buy my merch when I come out with it.
Damn. All right, so we're gonna take a quick shot and then we shall return.
You're gonna have greater dating content from me. Oh my god. Sean.
She's cute.
Yeah, but you could say that in such a nicer way.
Okay, I would love to like.
Just say she's cute.
I said that.
I know,
But
but
I-
I actually had to fucking degrade her.
Is that degrading?
Yes.
Say that I want to
want to
like.
smash the fuck out of her. Yes. Degrading.
Fine. I want to rub my hands and just smooth and stuff. What the fuck? What the fuck? That sounds so creepy.
Way worse. You took
Yeah, that sounds creepy as
Can you
fuck.
send me this clip?
Yeah, no, baby.
I'm like so cute.
Only if it goes straight to her.
You know, that was the plan.
You like so we're gonna now go into you're already in your 20s, but now we're gonna fuck all your work and stuff. Besides when we talk about alcohol, but you don't strike me as a girl that has a type. We might have talked about this, but like
That's a weird thing to say. What do you mean?
Is it?
Like there's a girl that doesn't have a type. What does that mean? I've never. What does that mean?
because you're kind of all over the place. I think with the guys that you date.
Oh, interesting. Oh, really? Who do I date?
Okay,
What guys
not
do
guys
you
that you
date?
like. Okay, not date or maybe I say go on dates with. Sorry, is that more?
I'm just like I genuinely don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even talk about. I don't know. On dates?
Do you have a type? I guess that's what it all comes down to. Shit, Jesus Christ. I was trying to figure out a nice, clever way to ask. Do you have a type? I figure if I said, hey, you strike me as the kind that doesn't have a type, it would turn into a full-on investigation. God damn it.
Sorry.
See what I mean? You see how you can't talk to me?
I think I would be a really lawyer. Anyway.
Yeah, she wants to argue. That's quickly. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was just saying, like, you do strike me as the kind of girl. Well, okay, first off,
I
most.
think I know why you say that.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I feel like.
Because last time I told you that I wanted to date with someone that I thought was alive.
Right, and you were like, I was like, oh, okay. Well, like, all right. As a guy, I call it doing God's work. When you hook up or entertain someone who's not as
Charity work.
charity work.
Yes.
That's a good way to put it. And this might be fucked up to say, but and I think it goes both ways for women and men. If you are entertaining someone who's, I guess, who you would perceive to be lower than you or like on the looks scale,
Yeah.
then every once in a while, do some charity work, do God's work,
Yeah,
give that person the confidence. Now it can go wrong. Those situations can go really wrong because that person's like, oh my god, and like they're out of their league, so they like go crazy on it. And from a guy's from a guy's perspective of hooking up with a girl who's like I would view technically, and I know you should never say this, but view as less attractive than me.
Yeah.
I'm like chill with it because I'm just like at the end of the day I'll wake up and be like, you know what, fuck it, like I made her life like this sounds fucked up, but like
It does.
God, fucked up. It's so fucked up.
No,
But
no,
I was
know
like,
what you're saying.
I was like, you know what? I like did some. I did something. Like instead of being like, oh fuck, why did I like? I'm like, you know what? Like that could have been the best night of her life.
No, I'm kidding. I see.
No, it's a little narcissist.
I completely understand your
He's
point
like,
of
yeah, you know
view.
what I'm saying?
No, I see what you're saying, but I do not feel like that.
You've never. So you're telling me you've never like hooked up with a guy that you felt is not on the same attractiveness level as you, and then the next day just been like, because girls will rationalize it and be like, well, he was funny though. No, am I wrong?
I think guys and girls look at attractive in a very different way, or at least I do.
Well, okay, I saw
It's not
something.
that black and white for me.
I saw something interesting that was on TikTok. It was like guys look at outer appearance and women look at like your personality and shit. Or it was interesting. It was just like that's why women wear makeup, and it was like that's why guys. Fuck, I forget what it was.
Make you laugh.
Something like that. It was like that's why women wear makeup and guys. I wish I could find it. I'll find it too. Like at some point.
Yeah.
But it was basically just pointing out that guys and women and men focus on different things when they're looking for
Yeah.
a potential mate.
Yeah, because I feel like when I don't know, my dating philosophy has changed a lot. So like my perspective right now is very new, and I didn't feel like this about guys until recently, and I feel like I haven't really gone on dates since I felt like this because I'm like.
Well, what was it before and what is it now?
Before, I think I was just trying to make everyone like me. More is how I want to approach dating, but now.
But what did that entail? Like just trying to make a guy like you?
I just always thought that like.
Are you okay if I smoke while we're on?
Yeah,
Even
go
here.
for it.
Okay.
I just felt like my goal was to make them want to date me, I guess. Like I wanted them to like me. Like I just thought like my task was to make them like me. Like I think that was just kind of my theme with my ex. Like I felt like the whole time I was just trying to do things to make him like me, and I was just not myself. And then I stopped doing that because then I was dating guys that I didn't even like because I didn't even think about what I wanted. I was just trying to please them. And then,
Really?
yeah.
You don't strike me as the type of girl that do that.
I know, it's like crazy. But that's why like I fucking hated dating because I was just like not even into the guy ever, but then like I would want them to like me and then they wouldn't actually like me because they're like just trying to fuck. Like I don't know.
Was it more of a like? And I hate to say this, was it more of a selfish thing? It was like you needed to be the one that's like liked more. Like they needed to like you more than you liked them.
No, it was just an insecurity thing, and I just thought that my purpose was to like have a guy like me and be who those guys wanted me to be. I think. But yeah, I don't know how I snapped out of it, but I think over time I was.
So what do you look for now?
Now I genuinely don't look at dating as a thing. Like I just want to surround myself. Everything I say sounds so corny. I just want to surround myself with people that make me happy and feel good, and like if it leads into something romantic, fun. Would love that, but I just can't find someone that matches my vibe the way that I do and like I'm attracted to. So I'm just doing my thing until someone comes along.
Do you even know what you're attracted to?
Yeah, I felt it. But there's like now I know exactly like when I know exactly what I want, and like I can like sniff it out pretty quick. So like a lot of times.
What is it?
Like, I don't think it's able to. You can say them words. It's just like there's just like a lot of expectations.
Hold on, just being clear here.
Oh wait, I haven't been holding this. Is that okay?
I mean, it's still been catching it, but you know what you want, but you can't put it in words.
I mean, I think it's mostly a feeling.
If you know what you want, then you know what you want.
Because there's certain check boxes, but that's not everything. Like there's certain things that doesn't go into a category like that, or like something that you could check. It comes from like the flow and I don't know, like I just don't want to only date someone because they have a good job and they're motivated and they're whatever normal things are, funny, attractive. Like I feel like it's how I feel around them is really important. Like I think I have a hard time really connecting with people like to a deep level, you know? Like I connect to like almost everyone I talk to, but like in the deepest level it's like really hard for me to like completely open up with someone. So if I feel comfortable enough to do that, then
Why do you think that is?
Because of the way I was raised, we didn't talk about our emotions. My emotions weren't ever really validated. I never felt valid in my emotions. Can you tell I go to therapy?
Daddy issues.
No, my dad and I are great.
I'm just kidding. But Jacob just looked at me like.
My dad and my relationship
No,
are great.
I'm kidding. I mean, no, that's a fair assessment, I guess you could say. So it takes that level of comfort for you to like open up to someone. So
yes. So yeah, that's why I say that like dating for me is not just like all these boxes, because like if I don't feel comfortable around you, like it feels very uncomfortable for me to try to date you. And yeah.
You haven't had a boyfriend since you had your other boyfriend, right? Mm-mm. Is that on purpose, or just like you haven't found someone you vibe with?
Yeah, I just haven't found anyone. But it took me a long time to like know what to look for.
Yeah, and what do you look for now? Just give me two things that you look for.
It's honestly the vibe, so like I can't explain it. It's mostly the vibe. That's why I'm going out with fives, because I'm like, maybe the vibe is there. I just want the fucking vibe.
Is that what it is these days, girls? Is it just the vibe? Cause
yes, because I don't want to be with someone that doesn't. I just want to be. I'm so happy with myself right now.
Yeah.
That like introducing anyone that ruins my happiness, my vibe, you know, and doesn't keep feeding my fuel of like trying to like better myself and like be fucking happy, like it's not worth keeping them. So like I unless they're like my friends, but like romantically I'm just like, what's the point? You're just like slowing me down. So like I would rather I'm just fucking in my lane, and like if someone can somehow come in my lane and merge with me, come on in. I'm so open. I'm lonely as fuck, but but I'm not gonna introduce a merger just because I would rather be by myself and like do my thing.
It seems to be a trend with like chicks these days. Like they just legitimately like would rather be alone than deal with some dudes.
It's because
I don't know what it
most
is.
guys don't live up to our standards. Like fucking be better.
Or you guys can fucking chill the fuck out. No, I'm just kidding. That's me.
I will never chill the fuck out. Never again.
So-
I used to chill out too much.
Yeah, I think so. So you used to, I guess when you met all of us, or when you met who'd you meet first out of the crew, by the way, just quickly?
Bree actually.
Bree, who is non-existent now. Shout out Bree.
Shout out Bree.
But
I
is
was just thinking about her. today.
non-existent now, yeah. And then you
yeah,
met, and then
she
you
was
guys
a
worked
good friend.
together with Paula and all them, right? And then you guys.
Well, I went to college with this girl Haley, who worked with Paula, Tanya, and Bree. So when I moved to Baltimore, I had no friends here. So I reached out to Haley because we were in the same major, and like I kind of knew who she was. So I texted her, or I like DM'd her on Instagram. I was like, I'm moving to Baltimore. Like, please be my friend. So we went to happy hour the day after I moved in, and she was like, oh, I'll invite my coworkers. So then Bree came, and then I met Bree, and then eventually I just hung out with them and did a Volo League with Paula, and then met Tanya, and then friends spiraled from that.
Jeez, and that's what. And now we're here.
And then, yeah, a couple years, or like a year later, I met you. And then the spiral just sped up and went even lower.
What was your lower?
Yeah, the spiral just went like.
Oh, okay. I was like even lower. Jesus. Can I even ask you what was your first thought when you
Met you?
Yeah, I think it's I met you because I came to your house that night after I
No,
met
no,
all
no,
of them earlier that day.
I met you before.
You came to my
Oh,
house that day? Yeah, that was the first. I met you the first time coming to your house that night for that pregame after I met them and I had the pregame at my house earlier that day. And they were like, yeah, we're going to this girl Anahys' house. And I was like, cool. We pull up and it was just like, you were in like some like, I think you were in like this leopard or like leather jacket, some shit like something crazy.
Yes. Whoa.
Yeah, you remember?
Whoa, that was the first. Oh my
Yeah,
God, wait.
yeah.
That was the. Never mind, I don't want to say this, but whoa, that's weird ass fucking times. I had a guy over that day from like Hinge, and that was like during the phase where I was like trying to date people to like have them like me, you know?
Yeah.
And I like matched with this fucking frat fucking boy, and he came over that first day for like I met him the first time.
It was
Like I
St.
invited
Patty's,
him.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird. Whoa, things have changed. But anyway, yeah. So the first time I met you, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember meeting you at my house.
I just remember being like, yeah. Okay, so first time you actually remember meeting me.
It was like the next day. We were at St. Patrick's Day in Fed this time. Remember, we went to like the rooftop. We took.
You're right, yeah, we
Yeah.
took those pictures, yeah,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
on Instagram actually.
So like, I know at that time we talked about how we met the previous night because I remember having that conversation.
I only remember because you had that leopard jacket on. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I
What's
was wearing
going on?
I was wearing that. Like you're
Yeah.
so right. But I remember, so the first conversation I remember having with you was at Randy's.
Okay.
Because we went there after we were like day drinking all day. I was also very drunk, so like really poor, blurry memories. But I remember you gave me your number because.
I gave you my number? Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, it wasn't creepy. I
Okay,
I
cool.
didn't think you were hitting on me at all.
Oh, yeah.
I think we were talking about how you do weed delivery. That's like
yeah,
your
that's typically
classic
why I give
pickup
everyone.
line. Yeah.
I don't even use a pickup line. I just like say it, and they're like, "Oh my God, like I
Yeah.
smoke weed. Like, can you?"
That's exactly what
pick it up?
happened.
And I'm like, "Sure." Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. But I think you like offered it to me more. But anyway, whatever. I got your number, and I remember I really, really liked you because like
Oh, thanks.
I feel like I always going back to like how I have that like imposter syndrome. Like I never feel like I belong or like whatever. I feel like lesser. Whenever I meet people, I just like assume that they don't want to be my friend. I don't know. That's just like my number one assumption. But with you, you were like so friendly to me. I was like I like people like that make me feel comfortable because I usually think everyone hates me. So like you were so nice to me.
I gotta,
So I was
I
like,
gotta keep that in
nice.
mind. Like in the back of your head, you're like, you hate me.
Well, I'm different now.
No? Okay, now you don't assume that.
A little bit, but I shut my brain down and I'm like, no, you're awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You sure?
I'm gonna cry.
I honestly thought you were gonna cry. I swear to God. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's time. It's time.
No, I know, but like, I don't
Everyone's
know.
gonna make a transition and stuff.
I know, it's not everyone though.
Well, you're moving soon. Didn't you want to move?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have concrete plans, but like, I would like to.
Baltimore's a drinking town. Do you need to just get away from the drinking, you think? Or is it just you want to go somewhere?
That's part of it. I mean, I think every city is a drinking town. Like, I think.
Baltimore's a real drinking town.
Well, yeah, because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, there's not much
But
else to do.
I think that's part of it. Like, I just like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like I want to be surrounded with people more like me. Like, I feel like because the culture here is so surrounded about alcohol and like, that's just not the way that I want to spend my time as much. Like, I love drinking and like being tipsy is so fun, but like, I don't want that to be the main activity. That's just a nice accessory to whatever activity we're doing.
You tend to gravitate a little bit more towards, and if you don't like this, we can cut it out, but towards psychedelics and things like that.
That's funny that this is going to be out there.
And I personally, I'm okay with it. Like, I think it should be more mainstream. I'm a big proponent of like shroom therapy, of like taking shrooms if you're in a state where you're not exactly sure what direction you want to head and you want to find a little clarity in your life or what's going on. And now I'm talking about like shroom, like high shroom doses, like micro dosing, like, you know, if it's a gram chocolate, take a quarter of it, half of it maybe, and just vibe out and see what's happening. Like, because again, we all stay up the other night, till 4, talking, just like about random stuff. But I feel like again, you just tap into a different level. So what's your take on like, you know, why do you like psychedelics more than alcohol? And then B, do you think, you know, it provides more of a therapy or a therapeutic sense to the person taking them? And is that why you choose them over anything else?
I think with alcohol, it turns into like, it just keeps getting like more and more and more like, I don't know how to, I'm really bad with my words, but like,
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like alcohol, you like drink it and just like escalates like more and more and more and more. It's like kind of that like anxiety feeling where it like starts to speed up, you need more. And then,
Do you get the anxiety while you're drinking or the next day? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't get anxiety. I mean, definitely the next day. But like while I'm drinking, I don't feel anxious. But it's that same type of anxiety of like, just like you're not present really anymore. I don't know. It's just like this party scene of like, let's get more drunk, and just like, I don't know. Maybe this is just how it happens when I drink. Like, like once I'm tipsy, I like just want to keep drinking. I don't know. It's like
you want to keep that buzz going. That level
I think
of
so,
buzz
yeah.
going.
And I think it makes me like really not in the present anymore and just like wanting more and like I don't know. I just feel like it reminds me of like anxiety kind of in a weird way. So I don't like it, and I also hate the way it makes me feel the next day, and like it just makes my body feel disgusting. Like it's just terrible. And then I didn't like how it was making me stay up super late, like act like an idiot, like damage my fucking brain because of how much I was drinking, and like literally like I black out like pretty easily. Like there's something wrong with my brain, but like I don't know, like I would just drink so much and like I just don't like get sick from drinking, so I just kept going, you know, and it was just too much, so I hated it. And
now would you say you got us a nice balance, and how did you do that?
Yeah, I mean it's not perfect, but I definitely cut
drinking
down.
right now, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
and like way more than I should on a fucking Thursday night.
Sorry. Me too. I'm an old head. I should fucking be in bed right now.
I know. But yeah, I did start to cut down because I just hated the way it made me feel. Mostly like the next day, like hangover wise, you know. So I started to cut down, and then the more I started to cut down, I was like, I was just like, what's even the point of alcohol anymore? Like I'm having fun. Like there's no need to like depend on alcohol to make me feel like I think I was just drinking to be drunk because I felt like socially anxious when I was out and stuff. So I was like, why am I doing that? Like, you need to work on your social anxiety instead of just drinking it away. Like, you need to like figure that out. Like, you can't just use alcohol to fix it. So I started to like force myself to go out sober and like just work on like not being anxious when I was out and like talking to people and just like feeling comfortable in my own skin. And once I started to do that, I was like, okay, like I really don't need alcohol. And now I feel like I drink alcohol just as like a fun little buzz to have. And like I don't feel like I'm like dependent on it to like make me feel a certain way.
That's fair. Like, I mean, the reason I drink sometimes is just to have a fucking drink in my hand. So
Yeah.
I feel that. But I mean,
I think drinking for a lot of people, I realize is different. Like, I think it's because I have anxiety. Maybe I was like using that as like a coping mechanism. I think there's a healthy way to drink alcohol. I just didn't have that. So like, I don't know.
Do you
It's
preach the
different
same
for me.
thing to your clients? Just wondering.
Somewhat. I mean, like literally to each their own. Like if it works for them, it works for them. Obviously, drinking a shit ton every single day, like binge drinking, is really unhealthy for you. But like, if you want to drink when you go out, like go for it. Like I do it too. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Just don't do it every single day, and don't do fucking 5 drinks every single day. Like keep it to a minimum.
And then again, do you like psychedelics more than you like drinking?
I love psychedelics. Yes. The
And
reason
do you
I
think
like
there's
it.
like therapeutic benefits to it?
Yes, I do. I really do. I think especially microdosing for shrooms, I think doing like tripping is like a lot, but like microdosing for sure, I think it has made me a different person. It's made me really, I think
It's helped in your transition, you say? Like in your transition to who you are now, I guess you say?
I think so. I think it sparked it. Yeah. I think it literally made my heart to be sad, saying like come even more true.
Really?
Because like that's when I really appreciate things. And then like, so once I felt being microdosing on shrooms and I like really appreciated everything, because you do that when you're on shrooms, you're just like, wow, everything's fucking beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
Once I did that once, even when I'm sober now, I feel like I see the world as I used to do, as I used to when I was microdosing that one time. Like it just like opened up my eyes and I was like, holy shit, like open your eyes. It's like beautiful everywhere. Like things are beautiful. Once again, I'm gonna cry.
God. Literally, yeah. Just take some today, baby. Jesus Christ.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I literally always feel like I'm on shrooms. Like
I will say it's weird. Every time I hear a song that like sparks a memory, and I'm in the car and I try and sing it, I like start welling up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like chill. I'm just trying to sing a song, and then like all of a sudden, like I'm like,
no, you should like take it in when that happens.
well, no. Jimmy Valvano says you should. What do you say? Jimmy Valvano, you should laugh every day. You should cry every day. You should spend time in thought every day.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 things you should do that lead to, happiness. Whatever. For me, my version is mind, body, spirit. I'm simple. Mind is, I go to therapy. Would you date a guy that didn't go to therapy?
I have.
How does that? Do you like doing that or no?
I mean, do I like doing that?
I mean, not do you like doing it, but like.
I think I think every guy should get therapy the way I think every girl should get therapy. But like,
same, right?
I mean,
it goes both ways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a huge deal breaker, but like, I would like someone to be self-aware and like working on themselves as if they're in therapy.
So it's a plus if that you're going to date someone and they're in therapy.
It's not a plus necessarily because I think
You never know what it could be for.
Yeah, and like just because they're in therapy doesn't mean it's working.
Fair. That's true. That's true.
But like if you're willing to go to therapy, like that's at least a plus because then you would support like where I'm coming from, you know. Right. But like fun fact, I'm not even in therapy right now.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped going to her in December because I didn't like her. And I've been meaning to reach out to find new ones, and like I tried calling, they don't call back, whatever. So I haven't found one yet, but.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well,
yeah.
I'm here if you ever need anybody. But no, that's terrible. I get terrible. No, okay. Well, besides the horrible date that you've gone on recently, is there any good dates that you've gone on, Pat? And recently. Like that one, I know we talked about it last week, but
yeah.
Is there any good ones? Have you ever had like what's your ideal date?
Like what we do?
Sure. Yeah.
It's so hard to answer that question because, like, I don't think it matters what
Girls can never make their fucking minds up.
No,
man. It's
no,
fucking
it's
crazy.
it's because it depends on
Guys
the
would be
person.
like, basketball game, front row, like, or like whatever, you know.
I know, you guys are way more simple than
So
us.
simple. It'd be like Dave and Buster's movies, like this place, here, there, now. Like they're like,
I don't know. It's hard because I would say, like, I really don't like dinner dates because, like, I mean, as much as, like, I would love dinner dates because that's so fun. You get to eat a free meal, number one, sometimes. But also, like, I love food and I love eating.
Yeah.
So, like, and I love sharing that with people. But, like, usually dinner dates just feel very, like, interview-like to me.
yeah.
So, like, I would say my ideal first date isn't a dinner date, but I feel like if it is a dinner date and it's with the right person, it would be so much fun. So, like, I don't think I have an ideal date. It's just an ideal person. It's like a stupid answer, I know.
So fucking.
I mean,
No, I mean, look,
that's
there's
just the real
there's
answer.
validity to what you're saying. I'm just
I
saying that,
know.
like,
I wish that wasn't the
so,
answer.
like, okay, your answer, what I was expecting was, well, I really like to cook, and dinner dates are very, you know, they are, and number one. I avoid on the first date dinner dates. We're getting drinks. I don't like you bringing the drinks. Skate.
I don't like drinks for first dates.
Then, well,
That's because I don't
so
really
then
love
you're gonna,
alcohol.
you're always gonna, well, yeah, well, you're always gonna, well, that's fair.
I actually don't want to
Because
be
you're
on
always
substances when I am on my first date with someone that I really like. I feel like because, again, I feel like once I'm drinking, I like kind of use that and like it feeds into my anxiety a little bit, or I don't know, I like hide behind alcohol a little bit. So like I would rather be sober to get to know someone, and then I know if I actually vibe with them and feel comfortable around them. 'Cause if I'm drunk, I'm comfortable around anyone. So how would I know? You know.
Fair.
Because, like, I feel like that happened a lot when I was first dating. Like, we would always just go out to drinks and stuff, and I would just get drunk because I'm, like, nervous, and also we're drinking on the date. And then I'm like, I think I like them, and then I hook up with them, and then the next time I hang out sober, I'm like, oh. And I'm like, why did I do that? So then I was like, okay, I need to go sober and figure out if I actually like them.
That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, like, I never, like, there's always a point in which, with a chick, even if I've gone out to have drinks with her, where we're actually, no, I've actually been not yelled at, but my coat's been pulled for being like, all we do is go out and get drunk. So that's funny you say that.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I think that's not a bad thing. It was just like going back to how I like don't feel comfortable around people. Like as soon as I wasn't drunk, I felt really uncomfortable around them. So then I couldn't date them because I'm like now I
I thought you were
can't
gonna
do
say like a
anything.
hike or something, or working out as a first.
Yeah, now we're talking about feeling comfortable around. A hike on the first date? Nah. Even if I like the guy,
strike
that's
me as
not
a
what I
hike
want to
type
do.
girl.
I love a hike, but not with the first date. It's just like you're like out of breath and you're like, I don't know.
You just look like you were about to blow
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That doesn't sound fun necessarily.
Yeah.
I also would like to like sit a little bit, you know. I just can't find myself like opening up to someone while walking on a hike. Like I like to chit chat like this.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love a chit chat.
She loves a chit chat. That's
love
why
a
she's here.
chit-chat.
How are you gonna do with Tanya being gone now?
I'm sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to be sad though.
It is hard to be sad.
So must be a big deal.
I mean, it's hard to be sad, but I'm still sad. Yeah, it's a change for sure. I think it's definitely harder for her than me. Like, obviously, I'm sad that she's gone, but like, she's sad that all her friends are gone.
Yeah,
you know? That's like,
literally.
it's like
She
way
gets
more.
it, so she'll
And
get there.
yeah, but not only is like her friend circle completely different, like her surroundings are different. Like she's literally on the other side of the country, and like I don't know. I know she's gonna bounce into it really quick because she's so good at meeting people and like making connections, and like she's the best at that and being independent.
Yeah.
But I think right now it's like hard for her, but she'll do great. Proud of her.
I am too. I'm glad she's doing what she's doing. I got last few questions for you.
Yeah.
What do you guys when we go out? Well, you don't go as much anymore, but when you do go out, do you find do guys approach you a lot?
What about to bars?
Yeah.
Honestly, no.
Really?
Yeah, more outside of the bars. No one really talks to me at the bars.
Where do they approach you? Where's the?
Every time I'm out in public.
Really?
Yeah.
You get hit on like anywhere you're at.
Yeah.
Where's the last place you got hit on?
I mean, today for sure.
Where?
I mean, it wasn't hit on, but like some guy yelled at me out of the car on my way to the gym today. That just like pissed me off.
What did he say? Or like you were running or
don't know.
something?
No, I was walking.
Oh.
I don't know. I ignored him. So many times, people that I know call my name out their
Okay.
window, and I literally just don't even look because it's usually someone that's being creepy. So like, my friends will like say something to me, and I just like pretend I don't see them.
Where's
they,
the
like,
ideal
text me.
place for a guy to hit on you, in your mind, or for a guy to hit on girls? You and then girls. Period.
Because I'm different. Ideal place to get hit on? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like, where are you most susceptible to being hit on?
I guess like my ideal would be like if I'm like with my friends out, but not like going out at a bar.
Like
at
grocery
2 a.m.
shopping's not okay.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe. I genuinely don't know how to answer that question. I don't know. Anywhere as long as you do it in a fun way and not creepy. Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, what?
Is there anything you want to ask me? I don't know. Yeah, I would
what do
never
I
give
wanna
people.
ask you?
I don't know. Is there anything just before we get out of here?
I'm
And
trying
I
to-
always forget. I never give people a chance.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I asked you things along the way. I don't
I just
know.
want to make sure.
What do you think about me? I make it about me.
Of course.
Give me 5 compliments.
Has to be 5. I don't know if I have 5. But
Okay, give me a 1. A 1.
A 1.
Just give me 1.
You are a 1.
And 1.
1 and a 0.
And a villain.
What do I think about you? I think like I said, I think you're gonna be you're like I said, you're book smart. You are lacking in the street smart sense, but that's okay. You didn't grow up like, you know what I mean, like needing to be very much.
I kind of
street
hate
smart.
that rep for me.
Why?
I don't know. That's not cute. Whatever.
You okay? It's cute enough, I guess. Right? I don't know.
Anyway, continue.
Anyway,
Complimenting me.
but you work really hard, so
That's true. That's attractive.
yeah. So it makes up for it.
Thanks.
I don't know. No, like I don't know when people sit here and be like, "Oh my God, like she's like it's such a ditz," but like she's not. Like, but I'm just saying that's all. You're asking me what I thought.
I'm
at
a
first.
good worker.
You're very hard worker.
I'm good at
And you're
things.
diligent, and that's the thing. Like we've like talked
a good
about
word, yeah.
things like, you know, everything you go into, you do your research,
I do.
which is good. So if you had, I already know what it's gonna be, but if you had a phrase to leave people with.
I mean, you're just setting myself up.
Yeah, I already know what it's going
Setting
to be, but so that it's going to go very well, and I can maybe put it across the top. Go ahead and give us your phrase for the
the people.
how you live your life here for the
Oh,
people.
hard to be sad.
One more time.
Hard to be sad.
And it is indeed hard to be sad when you're around Anahys Agababi. And so, thank you guys for tuning in for this week's episode of Behind the Bar, Stool Stories, where we spent some time with the affectionate, see I try and use different words all the time, affectionate, the great Anahys.
Awesome.
Remember, that's at Anahys Fitness. I'm your boy at Early J. Make sure you check us out. I don't even know what we're going to play out with. We're going to play out with something. What do you want to go out with?